Welcome to the channel where we dig deep into the battle against invasive species, right here in the US and around the globe. Imagine this: farmers, scientists, and wildlife pros joining forces, using smart technology and targeted strategies to defend our land. These aren't just backyard pests. We're talking about species that cause billions in agricultural damage every year. In 2022 alone, more than 20,000 invasive animals were responsibly removed to help protect our crops, our ecosystems, and the livelihoods of rural communities. Stick around as we break down the latest innovations in wildlife management, tackle tough questions. Across several urban areas, rival gangs of macaques are making headlines, and not in a good way. These bold invaders aren't just stealing food, they're clashing with locals and even launching attacks on unsuspecting pedestrians. Their rise traces back to the 1970s, when massive deforestation forced wildlife into closer contact with humans. That disruption sparked a macaque population explosion that's been rattling city life and draining local resources ever since. Now, communities on the front lines, especially those near urban forests, are stepping up. They're launching focused wildlife management efforts to protect residents, safeguard agriculture, and restore a healthier balance between nature and the neighborhoods it's creeping into. It's not just about keeping monkeys out of trash bins, it's about preserving harmony between people and the wild world around them. To manage the surge of invasive monkeys, experienced wildlife trackers have turned to stealth and strategy. They bait the landscape with irresistible treats, ripe bananas, crisp apples, carefully positioned to draw the animals in. Then, hidden in camouflage blinds that blend into the terrain, they wait silently. When the troops approach, hunters use quiet weapons like bows and arrows, avoiding loud noises that might startle the group or escalate chaos. This low-impact method isn't just about efficiency, it's about respect. Every step is designed to minimize stress on the animals while protecting the balance of local ecosystems. Still, even with skill and precision, the job is no walk in the park. A typical hunter may only capture 2 or 3 monkeys a day, while the most seasoned can manage 5 or 6. These aren't small creatures either. Adult macaques can grow nearly 3 feet tall and weigh up to 50 pounds. Tracking and capturing them takes serious strength, patience, and a deep commitment to humane wildlife management. Deep in the forests, skilled marksmen take a calculated approach to managing invasive monkey populations. Armed with bolt-action rifles, most commonly chambered in .223 or .243, they rely on patience, precision, and a deep understanding of animal behavior. From hidden vantage points, they scan the canopy, listening closely for the distinct calls of monkey troops before taking aim. Shooting from a controlled distance of 100 to 200 yards, they work to limit their impact on the surrounding environment. But it's not just about marksmanship, it's about ethics. These hunters follow strict guidelines to ensure humane outcomes, aiming for vital zones like the head or neck for a swift, clean kill. They target only fully mature monkeys, carefully avoiding pregnant females and younger animals to support ecological balance and biodiversity. It's a method rooted in both discipline and respect, one that blends precision with a long-term vision for the health of our forests. This careful, disciplined strategy is more than just population control. It's a commitment to animal welfare and responsible land stewardship. By blending modern techniques with deep respect for nature, hunters play a key role in preserving the balance of ecosystems that future generations depend on. That's why ethical hunting practices matter more than ever. It's not just about removing a threat, it's about doing so with care, integrity, and a long-term commitment to conservation. Responsible hunters and wildlife managers are stepping up as stewards of the land, using skill and restraint to protect our communities, our ecosystems, and the delicate balance that holds it all together. If you're passionate about preserving wild spaces and learning how modern conservation works in the real world, don't miss what's coming next. Hit subscribe, stay tuned, and join us in the next episode as we uncover more powerful stories from the front lines of invasive species control. This video is for educational and awareness purposes. All scenes follow local laws and ethical hunting guidelines. Hey folks, welcome to Northwoods Pursuit, where we track the unexpected wild stories unfolding in today's America. Believe it or not, one of the most surprising threats creeping into our cities isn't a coyote or a black bear, it's baboons. That's right. In 2024, the USDA reported over 1,000 incidents of these clever primates breaking into homes in search of food. What used to be an odd sighting is now a growing crisis. Are our traditional wildlife control methods enough? Or are we overdue for something smarter, tougher, and more adaptive? Today, we're diving into the heart of the issue, exploring how communities are standing up, fighting back, and finding new ways to reclaim their peace of mind. Stick around and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your take and might even feature it in our next episode. Things are getting wild, literally. What started a few years ago with just a dozen or so curious baboon break-ins has exploded into over 1,500 cases reported in 2024. And these aren't your average backyard critters. Baboons are smart, strong, and fearless, and they're tearing up suburban neighborhoods. Homes have been ransacked, cars destroyed, and the total damage? An unbelievable $175 billion. But it's not just the mess they leave behind. Their droppings carry bacteria that can spread disease to humans, turning this into a public health concern. In Broward County alone, more than 500 baboons are believed to be roaming free. With traps and fences failing, some communities are going to extreme lengths, yes, even arming themselves, just to protect their homes and families. In response to the escalating baboon crisis, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, FWC, has tightened the reins with strict new regulations. Anyone hoping to hunt these invasive primates must now obtain a statewide license and stick to a designated hunting season running from January through March. But this is an open season. It's a carefully controlled operation. Each hunter is required to report any baboon taken within 7 days. No excuses. Miss that window, and you could face serious consequences, including a 5-year suspension from all hunting activities in Florida. On top of that, participants are now required to complete a certified firearms safety course, ensuring every hunter knows how to handle their weapon with care, accuracy, and accountability before heading into the field. As the baboon population surged, Florida's hunters had to adapt fast, bringing smarter strategies and more advanced gear into play. Success hinges on precision, which means maintaining a safe yet effective range, typically between 100 and 150 feet, to minimize risk while ensuring clean, accurate shots. At the forefront of this effort is the Impact M3 air rifle, a cutting-edge tool praised for its speed, pinpoint accuracy, and reliability in close to mid-range scenarios. This powerful air rifle has proven to be a turning point in the fight, helping drive the baboon population down from over 5,000 to just around 1,000. But the benefits go beyond population control. These efforts are restoring balance to local ecosystems, shielding farmland from destruction, and protecting Florida's vital agricultural backbone. Controlling invasive species like baboons today isn't just about pulling the trigger. It's about thinking smarter, moving quieter, and working as a unit. Modern hunters are stepping up their game with high-tech camouflage that blends seamlessly into Florida's wild landscape, making it nearly impossible for these sharp-eyed primates to detect them. Bait traps, especially fruit-based lures, are strategically placed to draw baboons into more visible, controlled spaces where shots can be taken safely and cleanly. But the real game changer, teamwork. Hunters now operate in coordinated squads of 3 or more, using radios and hand signals to communicate, cover more ground, and keep everyone safe. It's no longer a solo pursuit. It's a carefully choreographed mission that's delivering real results. Technology is playing a critical role in turning the tide against Florida's baboon surge. Today's hunters rely on precision optics, scopes with adjustable zoom, tilt, and even thermal features to lock onto targets in dense brush or under unpredictable weather. But it's not just about the gear, it's about how it's used. Strict regulations are in place to ban nighttime hunting, helping protect other species and reduce the risk to nearby communities. This isn't about wiping baboons off the map, it's about restoring balance. Once the population is under control, the goal is to scale back hunting operations and let the ecosystem recover naturally. At the same time, wildlife officials are taking steps to make sure baboons don't fall victim to other invasive predators, keeping Florida's fragile environment in check for the long haul. Managing invasive species isn't just a numbers game. It opens up a bigger conversation about ethics, responsibility, and where we draw the line when it comes to controlling wildlife. Are we doing enough? Are we going too far? That's where your voice matters. We'd love to hear what you think about the moral side of these efforts. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're into real, unfiltered stories from the front lines of wildlife management, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Just a quick note, everything shown in this video follows local laws and ethical hunting standards. Our goal is to inform, not sensationalize, because awareness is the first step toward real solutions.